Hey everyone, and welcome back. We're diving right back into the heart of the darkness, where things are about to get much, much worse. The altar pulsed faintly in the clearing, its moss covered veins glowing like embers. The forest itself seemed to lean in, branches creaking as if to listen. Daniel's words hung in the air like smoke. One life, or every life. Victor's jaw clenched, his eyes like stone. You're out of your mind if you think we're killing someone. It's not murder, Daniel insisted, his voice cracking with desperation. It's survival. The tribe understood that. They gave the forest what it demanded. Leah shoved him, her face streaked with tears and fury. So what? We just pick one of us. Toss them on the stone like a goat at slaughter? Daniel staggered back, clutching his notebook like a shield. If it means the rest of us live, shut your mouth, Victor growled, stepping forward. But Candid got between them, his chest tight. We're not turning on each other. That's exactly what it wants. Don't you see? The forest is feeding on our fear, on betrayal. The moment we start thinking like that, we've already lost. But even as he said it, a sliver of doubt crept in. What if Daniel was right? They left the altar, but its presence clung to them like a second shadow. The path twisted deeper into the woods. Hours blurred into a haze of exhaustion and dread as their lanterns grew dimmer. Whispers brushed against their ears, long and hungry voices calling their names. Candid. Blessing. Leah. Suddenly, Leah stopped dead, staring into the darkness. Amaka? She whispered, trembling. There, just beyond the light, stood a familiar, slender figure. Amaka's shape, Leah. It's me, the figure called. Please, come. Leah stumbled forward. She's alive. I knew it, no. Victor grabbed her wrist. That's not her. She needs me. Leah cried, trying to pull free. The figure beckoned slowly as the shadows around it thickened. Candid stepped forward, his heart hammering. Leah, look at me. That's not Amaka. It's the forest. It's wearing her face. For a moment, Leah's eyes darted between them. Then the figure's head jerked at an unnatural angle. Its mouth opened wider than any human jaw should. And a chorus of voices poured out Amaka's, Grace's, James's, all crying at once. Leah screamed and stumbled back into Victor's arms as the figure melted into the trees. The silence that followed was suffocating. By nightfall, their lanterns were sputtering, their light nearly gone. They huddled in a hollow of twisted branches that looked like a cage. The tension was unbearable. Later that night, Candid woke too. A scratching sound. He raised his lantern and saw Daniel at the edge of the circle, carving something into the dirt. What are you doing? Candid whispered. Daniel's eyes were wide and feverish. The runes, the altar's language. Maybe it will see our offering without blood. Before Candid could stop him, Daniel slashed his own palm and pressed it to the symbols. The ground shuddered. Roots erupted from the soil, twisting like snakes, coiling around Daniel's arms and neck. He shrieked. Candid and Victor lunged, hacking and stabbing at the roots, tearing him free. Gasping, Daniel's voice was a rasp. It's all me. He laughed weakly. It's awake now, and it's hungry. The next day, if you could call it that, broke gray and hollow. The trees blotted out the sky, faces shifting in the bark. The whispers were constant now. Offer, or be taken. Give us one. And then they were back at the altar. It was waiting, its runes glowing brighter than ever. Daniel staggered forward, his eyes fixed on the stone. It's the only way. It's calling for one of us. His gaze lingered on Leah. No, she gasped. Say her name again, Victor snarled, shoving Daniel to the ground, and I'll snap your neck myself. Daniel coughed up blood, a bitter smile on his lips. Fine, then who? You. Blessing? His eyes flicked to Candid. The altar pulsed brighter. The forest sighed in delight. Candid felt the weight of every gaze, every whisper. The altar wanted blood, and if they didn't give it willingly, it was going to take it. The altar's hunger was a physical presence, a thrumming in Candid's chest. Blessing's hand trembled on his arm. Candid. What if he's right? Don't say that, he muttered, but the words stirred the air and the runes flared. They retreated, but the altar's presence followed, its demand echoing in their minds. Give us one. They stopped to rest, their nerves shredded. Then a rustle in the undergrowth. A shadow darted between the trees. Suddenly Leah screamed. Roots burst from the earth, wrapping around her ankles, dragging her into the darkness. Victor roared, stabbing wildly, but the forest was stronger. It tore her from their grip. Her screams ripped through the clearing, then were abruptly swallowed by the silence. Victor collapsed, blessings sobbed into Candid's chest, and Daniel, pale and motionless, whispered, "It chose. It started." In a blind rage, Victor lunged, his hands closing around Daniel's throat. Candid pulled him off. Killing him won't bring her back. Then what? Victor roared, his eyes burning with grief. Sit here and wait for it to pick us off one by one. There was no answer. They pressed on, hollowed out by grief. Victor was silent, a man already halfway dead. Daniel limped, muttering in a strange language, the words spilling from him. Blessing hadn't spoken a word. And then the altar appeared again, drenched in moonlight, its surface slick and pulsing. "What do you want from us?" Victor screamed at the stone. "You've taken enough." Daniel stumbled forward, his hands raised. "It wants more," he rasped. "It won't stop until it's fed." Candid grabbed his arm, but Daniel turned, his eyes black as pits. "It already does." And then he drove a sharp stone from his pocket into his own chest. Blood spilled over the altar. The runes flared, blinding them. A scream echoed through the forest, not Daniel's, but something. Older, deeper. When the light faded, Daniel's body was gone. The altar gleamed, its runes brighter, stronger. It hadn't just taken him, it had accepted him. Victor stared, his voice breaking. "It's never going to stop." "Is it?" Blessing finally whispered. "Then we can't stay here."